Hello everyone, the Army of Otters here, and welcome back to Unexplored Skyrim. Today we're going to be checking out Drelas Cottage, along with Greenspring Hollow, which is just to the south of the cottage. Now, this cottage is in a very beautiful part of the map. It's just northwest of Whiterun, and as you can see, it's right below Elder's Blood Peak, which has a word wall and a dragon above it. Sometimes the dragon might see you at the cottage and make his way down, but typically Drelas' cottage is safe from the dragon, but there is a lot of wildlife in the area, such as bears and saber cats, so do be careful. And then here's the world map where we can see Greenspring Hollow, Drelas' college. As you can see, it's just west of Dustman's Cairn, kind of in between Whiterun and Morthal. Now, as you approach Greenspring Hollow, it's actually kind of this cave I approached from above, coming from Dustman's Cairn. And there's like some meat hanging above the cave, and I was rudely attacked by this cave bear as I entered. But very little did I know at that time that was going to be the least of my worries, as a frost dragon landed right behind the bear and, well, murdered the bear for me, so thank you a lot. And then the frost dragon proceeded to try and murder me. So after a long drawn-out fight, and also a saber cat rudely interrupting the fight and attacking me, I was able to finally defeat the frost dragon with some help from our good friend Eric the Slayer. I just wanted to show, but the killing animation got a little glitchy or a little messed up. Not sure why that happened, but I found it to be quite humorous. But yeah, there's a lot of wildlife in this area. Like I said, you can have some really wild encounters, so look out and have fun. Over here, we also had a lot of butterflies and moths at night, so it's a good place to pick up some ingredients. And then there's a locked leveled chest within the hollow. Also, there's a book over here, but really not much else besides these bedrolls and some dead hunters, or a skeleton and a dead hunter. Obviously, something very bad happened here to these hunters. Perhaps they were mauled by the bear. Now, if we make our way north along this kind of mountain path, we can eventually find the cottage. And the cottage is just kind of randomly out here in the middle of nowhere. There is a small farm right next to it, so obviously this place seems to be active or inhabited by someone, Drelas. But anyways, as we go inside, we find that anything inside is considered stealing, despite the fact that this mage will immediately attack us upon entering. I mean, I guess you're living in the middle of nowhere and a random cat and Eric the Slayer kind of show up to your house all of a sudden. Yeah, I might be actually scared too. Perhaps Drelas is actually pretty innocent, but either way, we have to kill him. He's a hostile mage within the game, and according to some people on the internet, this was going to have a longer quest attached to it, but it was cut from the final game, so we're left with this. Upstairs, we can find a chest and a bed, but pretty typical small Skyrim house. However, this place has an enchanting table and an alchemy table, so that's pretty good. But like I said, there's really nothing to it. There was supposed to be more to it, apparently, but it was all cut from the final game, so now we just have a random cottage in the middle of nowhere and a random, very angry mage inside of it. Either way, it's a very beautiful location. I love the side of the cottage beneath the mountains, and looking towards Whiterun, you can get some very stunning views of Whiterun Hold, so very gorgeous area. Alright everyone, thank you so much for watching this episode of the Unexplored Mojave. If you have any recommendations for future ideas, future videos, please post them in the comment section below, and as always, until next time.